You're Shad Sauvage of James Monroe Mavericks. And Shad, you guys won the state championship. First of all, I mean, from what you went through at the end of your junior season, to ending up like you did, you're losing in the regional final, winning the state championship. What was the ending like for you?
It's the best ending you could have. At junior year, we went out it was a really tough loss, and that really just inspired us for the senior year, or my senior year, a bunch of other players still coming back next year, but it really inspired all of us, and we fought really hard. We hit the weight room really hard. We were in the gym a lot, and it just inspired us for a special senior season for me.
Your story playing for your dad, well known around the area. Just talk about the way he helped you as a player. I know you guys spent a lot of time in this gymnasium coming up. Just talk about what he meant to your career.
He meant everything to my career, really. Everything that I've become as a player or as a person is because of him. We spent a lot of hours in this gym. We spent a lot of hours in the weight room. And it was just, he wanted the best for me, and he wanted the best for the team. And I mean, that he's a special person for that, special coach, and he'll always have a special place in my heart, really. It's just, we put a lot of time in, and they just built a lot of memories for us, and it ended up coming out as a state championship. So
you guys it's a small community here, and everybody it's a tight-knit community, and I know a lot of young kids aspire to be like you when they get up. How do you see yourself as a leader?
Hey man, I hope kids look up to me, but hopefully it's just
they do.
It's the work ethic. I think I have a really strong work ethic. I spend a lot of time in the gym and spend a lot of time with the players, the whole team really, and hopefully that's what kids remember me as, not just like a shooter, but as a good person and just a work ethic, because that's what gets you places.
Who were some of the guys you looked up to coming up that maybe inspired you to get to this point?
My dad, Kelly Mann too. Kelly, Dad told me a lot of stories about him, and just about how they used to shoot at Concord at 12 o'clock at night and just get up shots just because they thought it was fun and they wanted to get better. And that some stories like that just inspired me. And it really wasn't like a specific thing. It was just wanting to get better and looking up to people that are close to me.
One of the favorite stories that I have from your time here was when you and Eli came back after a particularly tough loss at Greater Beckley. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
You guys came in this gym, and I think you shot for the next, probably until midnight or after yourself. Talk about that night and why you would do something like that. Why it happened the way it did.
Well, it was a tough loss for us. We were 15-0 that year, and then we went up to Greater Beckley and we lost that game. And me and Eli both missed those free throws at the end of the last minute, which would have won us the game probably. And it's one of the many stories that show what kind of built this team and what kind of brought us to where we are now. We just was on the bus, and me and him, we was talking, and we really didn't talk very much on the bus, just because it was a tough loss for us. We all knew it, and we all feeling the same thing. And we said, hey, you want to put up shots after? And he was like, yeah. So it was probably like 12, 15. We shot for 30, 40 minutes. Just we had to.
Were you and Eli kind of the perfect storm, the perfect players to come together at the same time to form what was a 28-0 team?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we have two different games. He likes to attack, and I like to shoot. And me and him, we both worked really hard with each other. And I feel like the rest of the team, like Colin, Josh, Cameron, all of them, they all bought into it too. And we scored the points, but if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have been the spot we were.
I would assume, and I know there was one loss during the season. We all know what happened with that, the Greater Beckley team. But you still won 27 games on the court. Do you think there was no way you guys were going to be denied once the season started with the way the previous season ended?
Oh, yeah. We suffered that loss, the third game of the season. And, I mean, that was tough for us, but we had some players injured. We had some, there were some aspects into that game. But this season we came in with a different type of drive than we ever had. We came into it we knew we were going to win. We just didn't know how much, really.
Did you feel like you just weren't, at the end of the season, you were playing so well, nobody was going to beat you, state tournament, or it didn't matter where it was?
That's how we thought about it and stuff. We were like, oh, away. Let's just go out there and compete. But we all knew in the back of our heads anything can happen. It's just one game. Anything can happen. But we knew that as long as we put everything we had into it, gave everything we had, left it on the court, that we should be able to
Were
take
you
it.
shocked you ended up winning every game the way you did at the state tournament?
Sort of. You know, I thought like we came in there to make a statement, and you know, I wanted to win all these games by that much, but I didn't know if we were going to or not. But we ended up doing it, so that was just kind of a statement.
Well, Shad, it's great to see that this day's finally arrived for you, and it was a great pleasure for me to get to cover you these last 3 or 4 years.
Everything you've done for me the past 4 years, man, it's crazy.
You earned it all. Thank you, man.